Hi guys, it's Mark Zickery, Mr. Sci-Fi, also known as Mark Zickery of Space Command. And we've had a tradition in Space Command of letting the world be our partners and our collaborators and our friends. And it started, of course, with our crowdfunding campaign where we've raised all the money that's allowed us to make Space Command. And then we had a worldwide talent search where anyone, anywhere in the world could basically audition for two of the lead roles, Captain Kemmer and Lieutenant Bradbury. And we got 7,000 inquiries, 1,200 video auditions, and we ended up casting 9 of our lead roles, including Ethan McDowell and Aaron Gaffey as 2 different generations of the Kemmer family, Brian McClure as Lieutenant Bradbury, Sarah Marafino as Captain Essex, etc. Then we had the Space Command spaceship contest where you could design a human spaceship or an alien spaceship, and we had winners of that as well, including the incredible EMOS spaceship that Nicholas Alanis of Italy designed, and also a terrific spaceship that we'll be seeing in Space Command Forgiveness, an alien hibernation ship. So I've wanted to do another contest for a while, and I've been thinking about it, and so now I finally can announce it. And it is the Great Space Command Spacesuit Contest. And I've always loved, ever since I was a kid, I've loved spacesuits, both the real ones and the fanciful ones, such as this great Ed Emshwiller design for Have Spacesuit Will Travel. And of course the spacesuits in 2001, and I love more recently the spacesuit in The Martian and the ones in Prometheus. But the fun part of this contest, and what makes it unique, is this is not to design spacesuits on paper. This is actually to build spacesuits that we will use in Space Command. Wow. Essentially, the basics of this contest are, you can either work from a design by Ian McCaig or one of our other designers on Space Command and build that spacesuit, or you can have an original design of your own, and I'll go through all the categories. And but there's several guidelines. First of all, the measurements will be Ethan McDowell's measurements, Captain Kemmer's. He's 6'2". So again, if we need to make it smaller for a different actor, that's easier than making it bigger. So it has to include the suit. It's the physical suit itself. So to enter it, you send us the suit. We have the rights to it, so we can use it. But you get credited. Everyone who enters this contest gets credited on the credits of Space Command as spacesuit constructors. So Ian McCaig, who's the wonderful designer of Darth Maul and Queen Amidala and Rey in The Force Awakens and Rocket Raccoon and the villain in the most recent Avengers film, and he worked on Harry Potter, just a legend, a legendary designer. We have some really great spacesuit designs by Ian, and also another one of our designers from Brazil. And then beyond that, you can actually have an original design that you yourself do. So the categories include, from our designs, your original design, a steampunk category, a category where you've made the suit for $100 or less of parts entirely from Lowe's or Home Depot, and a design where you're 14 years or younger and you make it, and then also there's a most scientifically accurate prize and a prize for most imaginative. Now the spacesuit has to be, you have to be able to breathe while wearing it, and that can mean that when we're shooting forward you can have something open in the back, and when we're shooting in the back you can have something open in the forward or on the sides so people can breathe. But the design includes helmet, gloves, suit, and boots. So it's the entire spacesuit. And you mail it to us, and with a photo of someone in it, and then we post it on our site and on all of my social media, and we do videos about it. And we'll have a deadline months from now, so we'll give you plenty of time to make the spacesuits. And as people send them to us, we'll show them to you, maybe even model them, and maybe even use them in some scenes ongoingly. And so if you win, you get to be on the set when we're shooting with your spacesuit. You get to come to the premiere. You get to come to the Space Command convention. There's lots of wonderful things, and most of all, you get to be part of our design team and our fabrication team, and this can be very, very exciting. And so just, this is going to be the coolest thing ever. And again, if you see behind me, some of my favorite spacesuits are here. There's the great spacesuit from Alien, which I've always loved. And also the Ed Emshwiller family has given us the go-ahead to utilize his designs. He was a wonderful cover artist for Galaxy and books from the 50s, science fiction books and Heinlein novels, the juveniles, as you can see. So if you want to actually build that Ed Emshwiller spacesuit, you can. And wouldn't that be cool? And Stony Emshwiller, his son, will personally present you an award when you win for that one. So Sternbeck,
Hey, guys.
and he was the designer on Star Trek Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager,
Yeah.
and tons of other stuff. He's just, I mean, everything that you loved about that way that show looked, those shows looked, this guy, right? So
Well, me and a bunch of other really talented
yes,
artists.
well, Mike Kakuta, many wonderful people. But I've just asked Rick to be one of the judges of the Space Command Spacesuit contest.
And I agreed.
And we'll probably get Ian McCaig to present awards from his designs and so forth. So there's some cool things in this contest. You can use all the Space Command logos and patches and anything you've seen us display that we own. Obviously, you can use that, but you must not, if you're using parts from other purposes, there have to be no identifiable logos or trademarks or copyrighted designs. You have to hide the things that make it distinctive by another company, because obviously we don't own that. But you can use everything that we own. Additionally, with steampunk, you can go to town. If you can have moving parts. I mean, if it has moving parts, you might want to shoot a video showing how those moving parts function. You can have, you can have any cool thing you want. You can have lights. You can have, you name it. And you can use really interesting parts. The only thing we want it to be is not so fanciful that it looks absurd, but that still leaves a lot of room for creativity. And so and on the awards, on the information on the contest, I'll be listing what the prizes are, and they'll include a ton, just a really cool stuff. And then beyond that, I'm seeing if there's anything else to mention. There can also be, if you want to make it a family project, the whole family can contribute. If you're into cars, again, there are, I'm sure, a lot of car parts. There's all sorts of neat stuff. I mean, if you just go around with your eyes open for what could make a cool spacesuit, it can have historical elements. It can have, now also, certain spacesuits, like if it's got a metal ring at the neck, if it's got, metal rings at the gloves and at the boots, that helps too. But again, that's not vital. I mean, I also love the Tholian Webb spacesuit on the original Star Trek. In fact, I own one that we made for World Enough in Time of that design, and it's just incredibly cool. So that's sort of it for now. And feel free to email me at markzicree@gmail.com or call me at 323-363-1259 with any questions. And it'll be really fun as people send things in to share it with everyone, all the thousands and thousands of Space Command fans we have out there. And I know for myself that that more than anything else, spacesuits really speak to space, and the fact that we are a space-going culture now, and I wish it were more so. But when Elon Musk fired his Tesla into space with that mannequin wearing a spacesuit in the driver's seat, that was just incredibly cool. So that's it for now. So I will bid you adieu, as will my little space-suited friend. This is made of bronze, by the way, so it's pretty heavy. But and we'll talk really soon. Thanks very much.